What are baby names people think are classy but really aren't? Know a guy who named his kid Bourbon. It's an old French name. Because that's what everyone will think when they hear it. Designer brand names. Always been odd. Chardonnay. Anyone named after a designer brand or type of car. I had a pair of twin boys in one of my classes named Master and Sir. I work in L&D. I've heard some names for sure. We actually keep a list at the nurses' station. Among those names, we have Hero, Chosen, Messiah, Cartier, as in the designer, Power, Turquoise Diamond, King James. Many more, but these are the ones I can recall off the top of my head. Khaleesi. I met a woman named California. Not bad. But her family had 13 kids, they had immigrated to the US, and parents just loved the US. So they named all their kids after states. Florida, Maryland, Virginia, not bad. I think there was Georgia, not bad, and Nevada, it's been a while lol. But then, twins named North Dakota and South Dakota. One named Massachusetts and Connecticut, and badly misspelled. I can't remember how it was misspelled but think Mishtusuts or such. They were all born in the 1930s and 1940s. I always had mixed thoughts between that is so interesting, and OMG those poor kids. The parents were absolute dolls, wonderful people, and truly just loved the US. They had come from Poland just before World War II broke out. After drugs. A friend of a friend named her baby Sativa. I met a girl named Lasagna. I asked her to repeat her name about 10 times and this is what she kept saying. Later on, I figured out it was La Sonia. But she totally said it like the food. Those made up ones like Riley or Brian etc. Reminded of that interview with Katie Hopkins where she says she hates when people name their kids after places, like Brooklyn, and Phil's response is your daughter's called India face with tears of joy 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 chef's kiss. Edit, Phil not Holly. Beverage names like Chardonnay, Hennessy, Shasta, Fanta. Nevaya, oh it's heaven backwards. Fuck off. So is Snarap Diputs. XAEA12. Anything with a non-traditional spelling. How the hell is anyone supposed to know that Avera is pronounced like Avery? Shady Nasty. I dislike anything that seems like a fun name for the parent but will be awful or impractical for the kid when they're an adult. Like, Apple is a cute nickname and a cute name for a baby. But, that kid is eventually going to grow up and have to introduce herself as Apple. Hi, I'm Apple Paltrow just sounds ridiculous to me. I think too many parents want their kids' names to reflect how cool/quirky/unique the parent is and don't think about the fact that a name is usually a lifetime commitment and the kid is a separate person. My daughter Apple sounds like a thing a really interesting parent would say. I'm Apple doesn't sound like a thing a really interesting person would say. I've never met a Nevaya who wasn't a hot mess express. North, Stormy. Them Kardashian names are not even names. Note to self: do not name my baby the way the ultra poor do, the ultra rich do, the Mormons do, or the influencers do. Should be safe if you follow those guidelines. Nevaya. I maintain that one of the trashiest things you can do is make your kid after some sort of luxury brand. Real people with money don't do that. The data found that 560 of those were named Khaleesi and 163 were named Daenerys. Poor kids. I had a neighbor kid called Armani. Seriously, it was funny anytime his mom yelled at him it sounded like she was dramatically searching for a bag or something. It was hilarious. Any name that tries too hard to be unique or a weird spelling. I knew a Pashian, pronounced passion. Can't believe I haven't seen this mentioned, but people that named their kids after firearms, like Remington. Title names like Baron, Duke, Princess, etc. Chastity. I just have always thought that name was odd. Names like Braxton or Ashley. I know it makes me a dick because they can't choose their name, but I immediately think, white trash. Might as well name your kid Crystal Metheny. Any of Jamie Oliver's children's names. Back in the day, birth announcements included the baby's name. Right after the Roots TV series, there was a boy in my hometown named Kunta Kint. Seriously. I remember seeing legal notice of name change years later for this person from Kunta to James. LOL. Lemmiwinks. Fancy liquor names. Chappie. Noah Perry, cute name but also. Perry pad, Perry area, are terms I use in charting OB/GYN. This won me a radio contest once when they were looking for the best pet peeve. It was when people name their children after things they cannot possibly afford. Destiny, Princess, Precious, Heaven, Diamond. All real names of real people. Sad. They all sound like stripper names to me. Baby names don't stay baby names. A person is an adult for most of their lives. You're choosing an adult's name. That's what I kept in mind when choosing names. And that's how my kid ended up with the adult name Bertha. Kidding.